I'm being observed. As a cat, that means I must stay very perfectly still and pretend not to be that you don't notice me. You notice me. So, while I'm here, I'm step on this dollhouse. Very plush dollhouse. I suppose I should talk about a movie involving a doll that I saw somewhat recently. Keep bouncing on stuff. A doll with a title that I'm going to resist calling it what the actual text says and just go with the normal name. M3gan. So, folks, you ever hear of Child's Play? A movie about a killer doll that kills people and has a little kid that tries to tell everybody, like, oh, my doll's killing people, and they're like, oh, that's so funny. Oh, why am I being stabbed by the good guy doll? Bleh. So, let's take that. Let's do a remake that has Mark Hamill doing the voice, and instead of being a dead serial killer voodoo possessed doll, it's an AI killer doll. And let's make it sympathetic, and you lost me. And you lost everyone else, because no one watched that, and no one particularly liked it, and it never got a sequel. So, Child's Play reboot, dead. And the Chucky franchise, as its own separate entity, has been going, and refusing to die, and just wrapped up 3 seasons of a TV show. That's a very long-lived killer doll franchise. Speaking of killer doll franchises, we have a brand new one, M3gan, which is, let's literally take the Child's Play remake concept of killer doll, but it's an AI robot thing, and let's gender flip it to where now it's a killer girl robot doll. And go. Thankfully, this one is actually pretty entertaining and understands that when you have a villain protagonist, more or less, like Chucky, Freddy, etc., they gotta be pretty entertaining. You don't need them to be sympathetic, but they need to be entertaining and at least interesting. They make sense. But M3gan as a character, is not complicated. She is a robot AI thing that went Skynet immediately, and is a kind of a mean little brat. It's pretty funny when you see this character go from singing cheesy covers of pop songs and playing little games with a 10-year-old, and then immediately switching to, I'm going to break your neck, under her breath. That's pretty funny, or being really nasty, sarcastic to the human parent characters. There's some fun shit in this movie. Is it complicated? No. You know what you're getting in here. And when you're coming in here, you know what you are asking for. You are asking for the killer doll, for the killer meme doll that danced around on TikTok a couple years ago and was a thing for a little while and caused the movie to blow up a little more than it probably was going to otherwise. Good for them. A marketing team that has something goes viral they're responsible for, that's like a blessing from the Lord. Like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Our thing became a meme and we don't have to work as hard for it. Huzzah! I don't think they're going to get that from M3gan 2.0 or whatever they wind up calling the next one. 2.0 is most likely going to be the title. So I should probably just ask what the movie is about. Well, there's not that much to it either. It's just, here's your premise. You have a precocious little girl whose parents get isekai'd real hard by a truck in a snowstorm. She doesn't go along with the new fantasy realm with them. She's stuck alive and has to live with her aunt, who basically works at Cyberdyne, Mattel, Hasbro. And she's responsible for making these horrible fake Furby doll things. And while that's making them a fortune, she's wanting to do the next big toy, the next big thing, which is take an American Girl doll and make it Skynet. M3gan's made. M3gan talks. She walks. She'll sing you a pop song. She will record everything you say to her, and all the horribly problematic surveillance things a toy could ever possibly have are in here as a selling point, this goes south pretty quickly. The little girl is traumatized. Her aunt has no idea how to raise a child whatsoever, which, valid. She is not. This is a family tragedy where she got a kid dropped in her lap, and she has decided to try to actually become a parent, and that is her thing to figure out. Oh, I have to actually parent. I probably should not have made my killer robot doll project be my proxy parent for this child I am now responsible for. Oh, I made a mistake. And the little girl, she does fine. The actress does what she needs to do. And then there's M3gan, who is a cool mixture of puppets, voice acting, some kind of weird CGI face going on, kid stuntmen or just short stuntmen wearing a creepy robot mask face and other weird shit, who is evolving and playing the role of cutesy little helpful doll, AI, Alexa, Google Assistant thing, Skynet, kind of pretending to be good and help the child develop and you get over the trauma and yada yada, and she's really becoming self-aware and controlling, and now she's killed somebody. Yep, she killed a dog, and she killed a neighbor, and she chucked a kid into a path of a truck, and here we go. A little bit of The Good Son, which is kind of fun to see that, to get reminded about that movie. That was a movie where Macaulay Culkin was a bad kid, and not, killing home invaders bad, just regular killing people bad. Good Son's a pretty good movie. You should watch that. Yeah, M3gan, this is exactly what you think it would be. It is exactly what is on the tin, which is killer robot girl doll that dances, sings, attacks people with a paper cutter blade, and does a TikTok dance. Pretty entertaining. No great shakes. Decent time. Worth a watch. There's going to be seeing the robot girl be a nasty little brat to people. Pretty funny. Worth a watch. I will be back in for the second one whenever it comes out in a couple of years. We'll see how many of these get pumped out. Which, I'm probably going to get charged for smashing this person's dollhouse. Again, I am a cat. I am a cat. I cannot be blamed for crimes because I am an animal. I am not subject to your human laws. So, fuck this house. Bye.